Good morning, everybody. I am Ted Davies, and this is Back to the Drawing Board. And this is Ted Davies Artistry. If you haven't joined yet, please do. But I'm going to teach you how to use this as a second camera. I know, right? It's exciting. I can't wait to show you. It's a lot of fun, and I think that it's very easy to do, and it's going to make your whole operation so much better. Hello and welcome. Like I said before, this is Back to the Drawing Board, and I am Ted Davies. I'm an artist and author best known for my books Retrieve and Grimm 101 book series. You can check out everything that I do on teddaviesartistry.com and just go to the Shop Ted tab and shop to your heart's content. We have a payment plan there. We've got a lot of different things, all new prints that I've got coming up right now. And I've got all my books and all my original artwork as well. So check out everything that we're doing. But first, I've had a few people ask me, actually a couple different interviews, and then also just emails and that. People have been asking me, Ted, how do you get the separate camera or the second camera on your when I'm doing my shows? Because we do a lot of different shows. We do Comics Unlimited with Glenn B. Fleming. Let me get one of these copies for you so you guys know that we do that as well, and that can be found on Amazon's Glenn B. Fleming's page. You can purchase those through Glenn's page. But we do. I try to change it up a bit because I think that the talking head thing show gets a little old after a while. There's so many people that do it, and this is a simple way to split the view a little bit. You're able to see the book or the artwork. Let's say if I do a live stream for art to create art, it's a little bit better than just this. I mean, this is okay. Showing the book this way is awesome, but having it so that you can show it on a separate camera and it's flat and you can actually see it, I think it's a better way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about what software I use first. I use StreamYard. You guys can get a free version of this. StreamYard is just awesome. We found StreamYard during the pandemic and it's just been a crucial part of my business as well as many other creatives. Offers just a superb way to do YouTube and everything else. We use it throughout everything on Ted Davies Artistry. So having said that, you can use it in all different other situations too, OBS or whatever. I don't know exactly how that all works, but I know that the StreamYard version that I have works very, very well. I actually upgraded. I do not have the professional StreamYard package, but I do have the moderate one, which offers me a slew of different options that they offer for, I think it was a discounted rate. And I don't know how long it was for, but it's very affordable. And so I use that and it works out very, very well for me. So I can't say enough about it. And like I said, I'm not being paid by StreamYard at all. Actually, the thing that I get paid is by you guys purchasing my work. So feel free to shop to your heart's content. But today what I want to do is I want to show you how we do this. So the first thing is that I'm using an iPhone. It's an older iPhone. It's not the newest one. So you can see that the camera is a typical, I think this is I want to say it's like a 12, iPhone 12. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get into that right now, but make sure before you start anything that the lens is cleared off. We've got, two cameras here, the one on the laptop that I'm using here. Make sure that they're clean, guys. That's the first thing in all of this. When you're being interviewed or when you're trying to do a show and everything, and it looks like there's been smears all over the lens, extremely unprofessional, and it's really not good for your audience. I really stress that. Try to keep the lens clean. That's first and foremost. Secondly, you want to make sure that you are in do not disturb mode on your phone. Do not disturb mode is a big part of this because if you're interrupted during a interview or whatever, your screen will go blank, your camera. So because your phone's being utilized, so make sure that you're also shutting it down, so to speak, with just with the whatever the format is. I don't think airplane mode is that. I think you have to actually have do not disturb mode. So then you go through, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Now, normally when you have an invite, let's say, you can use your laptop. Say that StreamYard, somebody contacts you to be interviewed. They're going to send you a link, and that link usually comes through Messenger or what have you, but you can access that link through your phone as well. So, and that's what I did. I sent a link to myself through my Messenger, if that makes any sense. So I'm on here broadcasting. I'm recording right now. Of course, this is pre-recorded as well. So if I'm not looking at anybody's comments right now, but feel free to leave them if there's any comments or directives or anything like that. But with that, the messenger that I'm going to be using is receiving that link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Messenger. I'm actually going to click on that link. Now, just for response sake, I'm just trying to get this quickly on here so that it's pretty much idiot proof for you guys. And I mean that with full respect. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And I want to make sure that you guys are looking at it from a standpoint of this is easy, and this should be the way that you're doing business. All right, so I'm going to put a couple pictures up here as far as the plan, the way this goes. So once you get the invite, you're going to go and you're going to click on that link. That link is going to bring you to this page, and this will be all on your phone, whether it's StreamYard or iPhone or Samsung. You want to go and you want to click copy link. You see how that button is there? You click on that, and it'll say that it's copied then. Once it's copied, then you want to go to your web, any type of web browser that you have, and then click into the box, the website name box, and go paste go. And what paste go does, it'll take that link and put you through to the StreamYard link. Now, what that'll do is it'll bring you up to this screen, which will say allow mic and camera access. So you want to do that. Now, having stated that, one of the things that I have already done, and I'm going to show you through the side here of the screen there, I have already connected with the splitter for charging and microphone. It's real important that you've got a separate microphone on this, whether it's your headphones or whatever, because the echoing will be ungodly. You want to turn it down completely, your phone, and you want to be really, really careful that it's plugged in because of the echo effect. It'll be terrible, and you'll understand it once you do it. Once you hit allow, you do all that and you plugged everything in, make sure that your power cord is hooked up too, because you don't want to lose power on your phone when you're broadcasting, right? This will take you to the next thing. Once you go from this allow mic cam access, you click on that, it'll bring you right up into here. Now, this again is a picture. So if it were live, you would actually have a picture in that avatar box up there. It says camera 2. You can type in, you'll notice that it'll say a display name. You can type in whatever you want. I would keep it small because you're affecting your visual, your camera. It actually is in the pane, in the panel of the camera shot. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't put like a huge website or anything like that. You could do that, but it's just be careful with it because it can be very distracting, and you're losing the viewpoint of what you're trying to show everybody, right? So what you're going to want to do with this now, this is the tricky part. You're also going to want to mute everything on your phone, and you want to go to settings. And what settings does, don't enter the studio yet. Settings is actually for the camera, and I'm going to go through this with you. Right now, your camera is normally set for front viewing. So when it's sort of like when you do FaceTime, it's directly at you. You can see yourself in screen. You want to flip that to the back. So instead of this way, you want to have it so that the camera is, if I can get that there, the camera's coming out here, okay? Then instead of the front. So, and I'll explain that to you in a minute. So what you want to do is go to settings, and what settings is going to do is bring you up to camera. You want to click on the camera button there, and then that will take you to front camera or back camera. You want to click on the back camera. That will initialize the back viewing camera, and actually your screen then will show you what you're viewing. Makes it a lot easier. So now you've got the back camera, you're all set to go. All right, then you exit out of that. Just go up to the right-hand corner and exit, or hit the X, and you're out of there. It'll bring you up to allow mic and camera access page again. Pretty simple, right? Okay, now that you got everything typed in, you're ready to go, your camera's facing the right way. Now you can do a couple different things. What I usually do, and I will show you this once we get ours on and everything. I'm going to show you the tripod stand, everything else that I've set up on the at the desk here, so you can see the way it's set up. So it's a little bit easier for you to facilitate when you do it. Okay, so now we're ready. We're all set to go. Let's enter Studio. Okay, now what this will do is if you're being interviewed, it'll bring you up to a back screen. It'll says you're backstage, which you won't be able to see what the interviewer actually has, but they will bring you in as needed when you're obviously being interviewed or introduced. So with this having stated everything on there, you should be ready to go. You should be all set with the second camera. So I've already got mine set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up here, and we're going to show you. It's a little bit of a delay. So when you're looking at this, and I want to stress that, because when you're being, if you're doing an interview, or not interview, but if you're doing a show like me, this is live. This is 1-to-1. All right. The other camera will be delayed a little bit. So when you're talking, it's kind of delayed. It doesn't look right. That's why I use the second camera only for visuals, for my artwork, and that you won't see me normally, my face in that when I'm doing artwork or books or anything like that. And I'm going to show you, I have it set up for a comic book right now. So let's bring this over, and I've got this flat on the screen right now. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of the background of how I do things here. So I got the laptop set up. I've got my camera, my lighting all set up. And then if I peer back here, I've got my tripod there. You see how everything's set up with my desk in that? And then I've got the comic book there with the lighting all set up. And then I've got the pad here, the score pad and everything else, scoring pad. And I have it set up so that this tripod's actually looking over the comic book. And I'll show you how I do this. So I line all that up. Pretty simple, huh? And then we clamp that together. Just give it a second here. All right, there we go. Now we can work on lighting in that. This should be done, like I said, before anything is actually done on here. You should have all this ready to go. So it's as professional as it can be. For this instance, I'm just doing it right now there you go, for this reason. So I figured we'd use Gotham by Gaslight because it's such a great cover anyway. And I'm also doing this in portrait. You can turn the camera and it can actually go landscape. But with that, one of the things I've noticed is on the StreamYard that I have, it's a moderate software. It's not the full professional software. So it doesn't broadcast at 1080p. It actually broadcasts at 720. So it's a little bit different. So that's why I'm doing this in portrait, so that we can show you the words and that kind of thing on the screen. So let me zoom in on this for a second. Let's just take a look at it. So you can see the way that it's the different people's names, the way Gotham by Gaslight is. Now, one of the things I've got here is I can actually I could raise and lower the screen accordingly. So if I want something a little bit closer, I can do that. Okay, but you can set all this up once you're ready to roll. Try to do this, ahead of time, so it's as professional as it can be. Presentation is everything, guys. And, I know I'm not perfect at it, but I try. I really do try to make it as good as it can be here. And I think that people see that. And if you do believe me, I mean, like and subscribe to this, because I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Something went blank. It might have been the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. Let's see what we got here. But even now, you see how that works? So let me zoom out of this for a second. Let me see what I've got here. I wonder what happened. But even me, you see that? It even happens to me. So that's actually kind of cool that it happened. Especially when I'm recording. But this is part of it, guys. It's not perfect, but you try to be. We're trying to do this, and a lot of us on a shoestring budget, and we try to make it work. So I think it's still working, so that's good. One of the things with this, though, it brings up another level of professionalism, and that's something that I'm striving for this. Like I said, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers right around December 31st. That would be awesome. And I'm doing these extra little things, so hopefully it's a little bit more professional. And I know that even though we had a problem with a glitch with the camera there a minute ago, we're trying. So in that you can see that you've got you can do the landscape view as well. You can turn the camera and it would actually go full landscape. You can set your tripods up to whatever you want. If you want to go it so that you can see the interiors in full, obviously you can back out. You can also put this in landscape so you can see the full comic book as well. But I think that's pretty cool, huh? So you get to have a second camera there. Just make sure that it's going to work for you, and do a couple practice runs. Don't try to just go live and then all of a sudden you got to do this. One of the things I do like about this tripod here too is we can change this up a bit. Let me move this up. So, all right, and you can definitely not see the lettering there now, right? But let me show you. What I can do though is I'll just leave that there. Then I can put things like my prints and that kind of stuff. I can do this and we can zoom in on that a little bit more. There's all kinds of things that you can do with this so that you're, like I said, just making it just a little bit more professional looking when you're broadcasting. And I think it makes it look a lot better than just putting it in front of this camera here, which is okay. If you're doing that because of the circumstances that you have, I'm very fortunate because I've got that. But most of us have an iPhone now or what have you, a smartphone. So you can do this. It's very easy to do. There's a few steps. And like I said, go back through this video and it can make it a lot easier for you. You can definitely do this. And I definitely want you to do it to make it a better event for you. And especially with interviewing and stuff. And again, if you've got an interview, you don't even have to do this. You could obviously just have pictures like I showed you, and then have the interviewer just share them, and that's fine too. I'm trying to just bring it up one more level. I know that since I've been very, very blessed with the comic book selections and everything else that I've got, and I like to show people, not to brag, but just to show that these comic books do exist, and it's cool. I like to have, show people that there's, if I've got an older comic that maybe not many people have seen except in digital format, that we can, have the opportunity. That's what we do on Comics Unlimited or any of the other shows that we're on. We try to do it so that you can, see what collection I have and see actually see the wear and tear on some of these older comics of what to look for and, how awesome these things are. I hope that helps you a little bit. I hope that gets you to the point where you feel comfortable with the second camera. Like I said, in this format, especially when I'm drawing in that, when I'm doing my artwork live, this is awesome. This is really, I think, the way to do it. Very cost effective. Like I said, we already have the phone. Usually most of it have phones now. So, and StreamYard's free. So, I mean, check out, you don't have to get the moderate subscription or the professional necessarily. Try it out. See what you think about it. See if this works for you. And then, try to do some cool stuff with it because you got some opportunities, man. You can do anything you want with this. I just think it's a more professional way to go. And, hopefully that helps you a little bit in this journey and hopefully makes you a little bit better YouTuber or what have you, influencer, if you want to call it that. So I appreciate you guys stopping in. Look at teddavisartistry.com, shop a little bit, see what you think. There is, like I said, a payment plan, so you can check all that out. We try to make it as affordable as we can for people, especially during the holidays and especially the times right now. We try to make it as affordable. And, I would love for you to get some of my artwork as a gift. to loved ones in that, whether it's prints or books or original art or what have you. We'd love to have you guys be part of this. So check out everything that we're doing on Ted Davies Artistry on all the social media platforms, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, let's see, TikTok even, which is pretty crazy, but it's still enjoyable. A lot of fun doing that too. So, but yeah, you guys, I appreciate you so much. No envy, no fear. Thank you for stopping in. And you know what? Get a second camera. Let's make some things happen. We'll talk to you soon, guys.